Today, we're going to be talking about something that's pretty hot right now. We're going to be diving into the world of MLOps.
Oh, yeah.
And
It's a
specifically,
good one.
we're going to be looking at professional certifications
Yeah.
in this field.
Nice.
Yeah.
MLOps is,
If you're out there and you're thinking about maybe getting a certification in this space,
yeah.
this is the episode for you because we're going to be talking all about what it could mean for your career.
Okay, so in this session, I'm going to teach you a few things. What are those? So one of the things which I'm going to teach you are Terraform variables. Okay, so how to use variables in Terraform. That is the first thing, because ultimately you are doing coding, right? And coding without variables is meaningless. So that is a one thing which I'm going to teach you.
Rajesh, one more question. Suppose in my company, if they ask me to build a workflow, let's say
hmm
a workflow, if they ask me to build,
hmm
then obviously Terraform will come into picture, Kubernetes will come into picture.
Yeah,
How to
whatever
start?
that
Like,
see
uh,
workflow is basically full of automation. Okay,
okay,
so and we'll discuss at the end of it, otherwise my mind will
okay,
get deviated from the topic. Okay,
okay.
yeah. So today I'm going to discuss with you about the Terraform variables. What else? Mm, so I'm going to teach you Terraform modules, Terraform workspace, and Terraform backend. Okay, and before that, Terraform provisioners. Okay, so these are the topics which I'm going to cover today. These all are small topics and very important, not to worry too much, but you have to know that. So in the last session, what we did, I did created this project, if you remember, right? So we will continue, we'll take these projects further. So what we do in this case, so I am going to start with variables. Okay. So now the question is, what is the variables? We understand nothing great about it. We understand variables, but Terraform has been written using Golang. Okay, so whatever the variable type which you use in the Golang, we basically we use in the Terraform. So how do we understand this? So just come here, type Terraform variables. Now this is the complete reference you have. Now here you have, these are the type of variables in Terraform. Basically it's a Golang. Python, if you know Python or Go, almost same. So string, variable, number, boolean, list, map, object, and tuples. So these are the types of variable. But I want to show you one image which is very important. And this is something which I love this, because it's a simple image, but lots of messages you have it. Lots of messages. Okay, so let's discuss about this image. So first question is like, okay, first question you should ask, where do we declare the variables in Terraform? See, there is a two stage of one thing with variable declaration, and second one is variable value set. Correct now? One is that you declare the variable, simple,
Mm-hmm.
and then second thing
Yes.
you set the values for it. Correct?
Yes.
So I'm saying
Yes.
like
Yes.
where and all you declare the variable in Terraform. So very simple. You can declare the variable on the command line. Command line means what? You remember yesterday you did Terraform init, plan, destroy, all this
Yes.
thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so,
Yes.
that's a command line. Okay. So you can declare the variable in command line. Then you'll ask, okay, what else? Locations. So you can declare the variable in the environment variable also. And you can declare the variable in Terraform files also. Here when I say Terraform files, these are the Terraform files. Okay. So you can do that. Now we will focus around this one. Okay, this is the most important one. But then you'll ask, how can we declare the variable on the command line? So whatever the command you run last time, this is a way you can declare the variable. -var is equal to the variable name and then a value. Simple. If you ask me how can we declare the variable in environment variable, so any variable if you want to declare in the environment variable, this is the environment variable. Okay, you have to prefix with the tf_var, which is in capital letter. So those variable will be considered as a Terraform variables. That is the two things. Third place, you can declare the variable in Terraform file. This I am going to talk about. Please keep it this on a hold. So now if you ask me which are the places declare the variable, you know that command line, environment variables and variables.tf. Are you comfortable?
Yes, yes. I know
Now,
programming Python and
same thing is the same thing actually. Next question you will ask, okay, fine. These are the places we can declare the variable and values, but do we have any places where we can declare only values? Mind it, I said values, not variable. Okay, when you declare the variable, you define the type also, right? But here I'm asking, no, you are not declaring the type, but you are declaring the values. Okay, not type, values. Okay, do you have any
okay,
dedicated file? Then these are the three places, 1, 2, 3, which is most commonly used, this one. Okay,
okay,
so
okay.
simple questions, simple answer. Now these are the places declared variables and value. These are the places only values. Here you see dedicated Terraform files just for assigning values. Simple. Now let me put it in this way. Let's say you declare the values. Sorry. Let's say you declare the variable, but you forgot to set the values. Then will Terraform will show you error? No. Terraform will ask you, hey, you forgot to mention the values for this variable. Can you specify it? That means the moment you run the program using Terraform plan or apply, then Terraform will ask you for the variables values if you do not set it up. So here Terraform asks for required values, not otherwise provided. Are you clear?
Yes, yes. It is not strictly typed. You're saying
It's
that
not
it is
explicit type.
statically.
Yeah. Okay, so these are the very simple message in this image. Now as I said, we'll focus around this file. So now the next question is, how can we declare variable and values and different types of variables and values and use it? So for that I will go for the one file that is more than sufficient, and here that file is this one. Okay, so this is the one file I'm going to use that. So here var.tf file. Now file name can be anything. Mind it, I said already, but it should be ending with tf file. And all the Terraform program, whether it's in one directory, considered to be one project. Mind it. So here, okay. Now question, if you're asking, how do we declare the variable? This is the way you can declare the number variable. Question number 2, how can we declare the variable string type? This is the way you can declare the string type. Mind it, this is the value, this is the value, this is the type, this is the variable name. Variable name, type, values. Simple. Next question, how do we declare the list? List. How do we declare the map? Key, value, key, value, key, value, like that you can set the map. How do we declare the boolean? This one. That is what you need. So basically you need number, string, map list, map, and boolean. Got it? Boolean.
Yeah,
Understood?
I got it.
Yeah. So now
Yes,
next
yes.
question,
Understood.
you'll say, okay, I declare the variable here. The variable name is instance underscore count. How do we use it? So you have to use in the resources, same resources which you have tried yesterday. So here there's one resources, and if you see, instead of count is equal to 1, that means how many number of instance you want, 1, you are saying var dot instance dot count. That means it's not a dollar sign or something like that. Here if you want to use the variable var dot the variable name. So see here, look at this. If you want to see instance name, let me show you somewhere down, var dot instance name. If you want to see the security group, see var dot security group. If you want to see the map, see var dot map. And if you want to see the boolean, see var dot boolean. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yes.
Simple. So this is something which I have variable, all the type of variable in one program declare and used it. Now can we do stuff? So now I will uh, delete this file and then go to this one and Terraform validate. Now you'll say, Rajesh, you did not cover this command yesterday. Yes, I wanted to check that my syntax issue. So we use this command in Terraform validate. Okay, so I'm just checking all the Terraform code which we are having. Do we have any syntax issues or not? So I don't think so. It should be syntax issue because copy paste issue, copy paste. But still, you have a way to validate. Now, what next you to do? So Terraform plan, Terraform apply, you know that those commands, you'll have to do that. Now see here, why it's asking Terraform plan. So I told you, remember this image? When you do not set the variable, it will prompt you. So if you see that code, see, did I set the count values? Yes. Here is set. Did I set the name? Yes. Did I set
Mm.
the security group? Yes. Default
Yes.
values. Did I set the tags? Yes. Key and value. But did
Mm.
I set the values for Boolean? No.
No.
See here. So that's the reason it's pointing. Hey, give me the values for it. Yes, no, whatever it is. And now this will run. Now this might fail because the secret key has been deleted. So it will look for the authentication issues and all. Got it? About the variables. See, so
Yes. So
security
you're
issues.
using Go right now? Now you're using Go, right?
No, I'm not using Go. I'm using Terraform variables. No,
Okay.
Terraform is
Okay.
developed using Go, so all the variable type you can use in the Go in the Terraform also. That is what I'm trying
Oh,
to say.
okay.
Now
Yes.
this is failed. Why? Because of security authentication issues. Let me fix it quickly. So now I fixed it, and it should not be having issues. It will prompt you again. Yes. So this is the way you can declare the variables and the program. Any questions on this?
Mm. As of now, clear. But I'll get back to you, Rajesh. So I
Yeah,
need to go.
yeah. Next thing is provisioner. What is provisioner? So see here, there is a three resources will be added. Zero change, zero to destroy. That means three VMs will be added. Okay. Now there is some input values. So create VM. I provide what I provided. I forgot actually. I provided yes. So here it should not be yes. This is wrong. What it should be? Bool, true and false, right? See, bool, no?
Yes.
So it should
True.
be true and false. So yes
False.
is the wrong entry. That is the thing. It's okay. So now next thing is provisioners. What is provisioners? So you know Ansible, I think last session was Ansible, correct now?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So Ansible, using Ansible, we configure the servers, right? So let's understand through the pictures. It'll be easy for you to understand. So here,
Mm,
this is you, okay? And this is your
okay.
Terraform. This is your code, and you said apply this code on Terraform use the providers which today we discuss, and provider will make API call to AWS in this discussion.
Mm,
And
mm.
here this is AWS, and you say, hey AWS, create a VM. Correct now? This is what you did. See here,
Oh,
create a VM.
yes.
Correct now?
Mm,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
But you know what? You want to do something inside the VM. I repeat, you see who will create a VM? Mind it. Who will create a VM? AWS.
Mm,
Who will
yes.
who will configure the things inside a server, inside a VM? Who will do that? So either option number one, you log into the VM using SSH and do the changes manually, or you ask a Terraform to log into the server and then do that. Because you cannot do that because it's become a manual work. So you will ask a Terraform to do the things inside a server created by provider. Correct? No?
Yes, yes, yes.
So now what you want to do? So you'll say, hey, after creating the EC2 instance, update the operating system, install the antivirus, update the firewall, install the web server, database server. You want to change this file, delete this file, download this. I don't know. It can be literally anything for your running an application. So now the question is, how can we ask Terraform, hey Terraform, you after creation of the instance, you go and do the configurations of servers. How can we do that? So Terraform has given it to you option which is called provisioners. Okay, so these are the options. Using that, you can ask Terraform, hey Terraform, go inside the VM which was created after the AWS and then do the stuff, something like that, run some commands or a script. So that is option which called a provisioner. So there are three primarily provisioners we have. Earlier we had many, but now not many. So we have one file, another one is local exec, and then last one is remote exec. Now question is, what is file, what is remote local exec and remote exec? So let me tell you here. Please hear me out carefully. Here first I'll explain you remote exec. So remote exec will allow Terraform to run some commands or script after the resource is being created. I repeat, resource for us is EC2 instance. So this remote exec will, this is your machine. I repeat, this is your machine, laptop. So here remote exec will be run inside the resources which you created using Terraform after the creation of resources. Okay. So if you want to do anything in the server, you will use remote exec. Is that clear?
Yeah, I understood.
Now,
Yeah.
yeah, we have a local exec. What is the local exec? Hear me clearly. Remote local exec will not run script or commands in the resources which you created here. Remote local exec will run in your laptop only. But when once this resource is created, then there'll be command and script run in your laptop only, wherever the Terraform it is, host machine. Now you'll say, Rajesh, what can we run in the local exec? For example, you say once the infrastructure is created, you run some local testing or something like that, some local script. Anything you can do that. So that using local exec provisioner, you can run some local command or script. Now next one is file. So file is a kind of provisioner which will help you to copy this local file in the from the host machine to the remote resources here. Okay. So file and remote exec required connection to the remote resources. Local exec is not required. So now let me show you some examples you will understand easily. So here remote exec. So here if you see that simple code you have here, this will help you. So anyways, I have explained you, so no need to repeat this. Terraform provisioner file local exec remote exec. Now I want to explain you this code. Okay, so look at this code. Okay, so what you are doing, see here, resources, you are creating one resources. These are the things you know that last session. Now inside the resource scope only, the ending is here. You are doing remote exec file provisioner local exec. So local exec, see what is this you are running command. This will run in your laptop. If touch is supported, it will run. Or you can run bash command, batch command, PowerShell command if it is Windows. Now here you see this one. Remote exec will run these commands inside the machine which is created from this. The one which I showed you last one. Now file, see provisioner file, what it will do, in your current location there will be one file. Current location means there is no path. You can give the path but no path. So here current location means this is the file actually, because you'll be running from here, right? And inside the machine which is here, inside the TMP, copy that. So file will copy from the host, local host to remote resources. Remote exec will run in the remote resources after the creation. Local exec, it will run in your host machine after the resource is created. For remote exec and local for file, we need to connect to this machine, right? Connect to this machine. So how do you connect? So here is connection string. Connection type is, because Linux, so SSH. If it is a Windows, WinRM. Username and the key, it will be in your current location, and this is your IP address of the machine which is created, self.public IP address. Understood?
Yes, understood. Yeah.
Yeah. So provisioner is a way to provision your servers after once it's created. Okay, so next thing is what we have. Next thing is modules. What is modules? So modules is a very simple thing, okay? But you need to understand it. What is modules? I'll put it in a very simple way. Module is a directory which contains your .tf file. Simple. Typically we call it Terraform configuration code, but I'll put it in a simple way, .tf file. So that means module is a directory which contains, okay, contains your Terraform code. Simple. Then you will say, Rajesh, if I go via that definition, this directory also prg is contain Terraform code. So is that the module? Yes, that is the module. What we call it? This module we call it root module. Here you have a root module, and here in the root module you will have a main.tf. How do we plan? I'll tell you. So root module, you have a main.tf, and from this tf, and then inside the root module, you will have a child module. So for example, you want to create a VPC module, here you have. You want to create EC2 module, here you have. EBS module, here you have. Load balancer module, here you have. And inside that also you will have a main.tf. Now main.tf is not compulsory, but we follow the practice. In my example, what I did, I named it whatever I like it. You can keep it also same way, whatever you like it, but industry practice, first program, they keep it main.tf. So this is a root module main.tf. These all are child module main.tf. So this module will create a VPC. This module will create a EC2. This module will create a EBS. This module will create a LB. So now the question is, next question you will say, okay, how do we call, I want to run only these two modules, VPC and EC2. No problem. In main.tf, here you write module and the name of the module directory name, basically vpc. That's all. I mean, done. Module calling is done. Like this. You want to call another module, ec2. Done. So inside this root module directory, you can have so many child module, whichever you want to run, update the main.tf and the same command, terraform plan, terraform apply, terraform destroy. So did you understand that what is a module?
Yes, understood. Yeah.
So now let me create one module, in fact, two module. So you'll understand this. So what I'm doing right now, I am deleting this file, and I need some file, right? Okay, why I deleted that? I need that actually. Restore. So AWS file. So what I'm going to do, this is my root module prj, and here I'm creating mod. Name of the directory can be anything, okay? So don't get confused. You can keep it anything logical name which you like. That code is representing the directory. Now here I'm putting module 1 code and module 2 code. So here module 1, module 2. So you can have a multiple code also inside this one, but right now that is more than sufficient. Now here in this AWS TF, I need to call the module 1 and module 2 as per the definition. So how do we call it? So let me show you. So you here come here, type Terraform module. Okay. So Terraform module, when you write it, and here this tutorial will help you. I need just copy paste because typing will consume time. Where is example? So this is the copy and paste it. So this is a way to call module. So this name you can keep it, call mod 1 and call mod 2. Typically logical name should be there, but I'm not giving it, so you understand, not confused with it. Now it's relative directory mod 1. What is the directory name? Mod 1, right? Yeah, mod 1, and this is the relative directory mod 2. Okay, so now here module 1, module 2. So now assume that you have a 20 directory here, some module, you're calling only two modules. Simple. So what I said, again read this. What is a module? Module is a way to organize your code. Module is basically a directory which contain your Terraform code. That means by definition, my this directory is also root module. Inside that child module, I have two, and these child modules have their own code, and I'm calling that both the module using this syntax using mod 1 and mod 2. This is a relative directory structure. Got it?
Yes, yes, understood. Yeah.
So now how do we call it? So how do we call it? So you have to run Terraform init one more time, because you know what, when you install the module you have to run the init, that is mandatory, and then two resources will be created, remember that, plan, because each module I am creating one resources, right?
Yes.
See here, bottom section, here you have two resources will be added. If you apply, two machines will be created. So module is a way to organize your code, larger code, in a smaller directories, subdirectories, and all kind of things. Did you understand that?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Rajesh, one question. So, in organization level also, we'll be running Terraform locally or by using a script in cloud, we'll be running?
No, this I'm running right now in my local machine, but
Hmm.
this you will upload this code in the GitHub, and through CI server you will clone that through Jenkins and all. You'll clone that and run this apply command and plan command in the CI server, actually build server.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So you will integrate. This is for learning purpose. Same command. There's no changes. 100% same. Only things, instead of you running manually, you will allow the CI server to run. Got it?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So now next topic is Terraform workspace. So let's understand the problem. Okay. And then you will understand. So see here, I am having two resources to add. Now, what I'm trying to tell you, please hear me out. So here, what I'm doing, first I'll explain you the concept, then I'll show the demo. So what is workspace? So workspace is not a coding technique. Workspace is a way to manage your code for multiple environment. How? I'll tell you. So understand this way. This is your laptop. Okay. This is your laptop. And this is your code. When I say code, that means Terraform code. Okay. So now when you run this code using Terraform, let's say Terraform apply, then what happens? One state file get generated, which I discussed state file already last session also. You see here, this is the state file, correct now? Correct now?
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah. So now let's say if you run first time, so two resources will be created. See here. But after that, if I run second time, zero resources will be created. Look at this. Now I'm creating it. Apply. And you know, I don't feel like passing yes. So I will say auto approve. Okay. That means it will
Okay,
not prompt me for are you sure, yes, this, that, and all.
okay,
So two resources will be created, two VMs actually. See here, two resources. Almost you can check the AWS also meanwhile. See, two has come, and now see that has come. Now if you run one more time, okay, so now let's say I'm running one more time. This time what will happen? See, first time it created two resources. Second time, because everything is up to date, there's no code changes, so Terraform will say, hey, there's no changes, so zero change, zero added, zero destroy, something like that, because their desire is a code, right? And there's no change in the code.
okay. Got it.
Okay, so there is a problem actually. Let me show you first zero and then see here, zero, zero, zero. So now what is the problem here? So basically what has happened, you apply this code to AWS. AWS created a environment and then AWS updated this state file. Now you apply 10 times, it will not create any resources. So this is good behavior, but there is one problem in this. What will happen in this problem if you want to create, let's say this is you, and you want to create one more environment. Let's say you created a dev1 environment, and using the same code, you will have to create a dev2 environment. Okay. So now what you have to do, you will copy this whole directory proj to proj1 2 or something like that, and duplicate the code, and then you will run again. Then state file will be generated again, and then it will create it. Correct now?
Yes.
So now what is another problem what will happen? Now you modify this code, you forgot this code. You modify this code, you forgot this code. So sync is little bit annoying and difficult. So what Terraform is saying, hey, don't do all this stuff. Don't need to change the source code. You change the workspace itself. That means by default the state file will be stored here, but you can create a more workspace like a dev workspace, QA workspace, and every workspace you will have a state file. Okay. So now, because state file will be unique, so now same code you run in a different workspace and it will create a more resources. There's a different other resources like that. Okay, so workspace is like your developer workspace. Okay, don't get confused. So now you'll say, Rajesh, here what workspace you are working on it, where the state file is located in the this place. So this is called default workspace. Let me show you. Workspace, command and list. Okay, so there's a default workspace. See here, star means you are working on that space. So can we create a workspace? Yes, dev workspace I created. And now which workspace I am on? I think dev star sign will move to. See here. Do you want to go to the default workspace? Select default, and you see you moved star will be moved to default. See, now you want to move to dev, dev, and now if in a dev workspace, I'm in a dev workspace, mind it. See, and if I run the apply, you see here, plan only apply because it will create. I don't want to create more. So plan, sorry. So remember that it should show me two resources because a dev workspace, right? I last time I created work resources in the default. So this time, and after that it becomes 0. Remember here it becomes 0. So now dev I should have a two resources because same code I'm running. Let it come. See here, two resources. So now what will happen, when you change the workspace, there is one directory will be created, which is under Terraform in, wait a second. The directory is not created. It's here, no, it's here. This one, and dev workspace is created. Here state file will be stored. That means default workspace, the state file is stored here, but any other workspace which you create, the state file will be in a different directory altogether. Why do we have
Okay.
workspace then? So you can manage the same code deployed to multiple environment and modify same code, keep doing it. Just ease of
Oh,
it.
okay.
Got it?
Got it. Yeah. So
Okay.
like
So
that we
now
can
next,
create multiple folders, right? Where we can maintain separate files for different
no
environments.
need to create a
And
multiple folder. Just create a workspace.
mm,
That's all.
okay, got it.
Yeah. Now next question what we have is backend. What is this? So backend basically is also one more technique. Is a technique. So here let me show you the problem first. So here understand that this is you, this is your laptop, this is me, this is my laptop. I have a Terraform code. You too have a Terraform code. When you run this Terraform code, environment is created, state file will be updated. Now, when I run the Terraform code, again new environment will be created and state file will be there. Why two environment were created? Because these two are different location, two different laptop. Agree with me?
Yes, yes.
But you know what? We are one team actually. We didn't want it to create a two environment. We wanted to create only one environment. And you modify the code, apply, that modification should happen here. I modify the code, apply, same environment should be updated. So what do we do in this case? So in this case, Terraform said, hey, let's do one thing. Don't use the local state file. Do one thing. Use the remote state file. This is called remote backend. That means code will be here, but state file which you'll refer both Terraform here and Terraform here will be remote backend. That means, let's say I modify the code, apply, state file will be modified and the same state file you'll use, and if you modify the code, only the changes which is not done will be modified, not entire things. So that means next concept, the one which I'm talking about, is here. Terraform backend basically is a way to configure your state file not in local. I repeat, not in local. This is the local one, okay? But it's somewhere in the remote locations. Remote locations. Did you understand that theoretically?
Yes.
Now, which are the remote locations? So you can use S3 as a remote locations. So let me show you the example code for it. Nothing great about it. Terraform backend. And here, this is the tutorial will help you. So these are the supported backends we have. Out of S3 is the one which AWS support. So let me show you the backend example. In your code, which code? There's a code which is here, no? This is the code, Terraform. In this code, you have to add this code actually. Backend, which one? S3. Which bucket? What is the key? File name of the state file, region, access key. That's all. That means your state file will be stored here in this path in this bucket. Got it?
Yes, got it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that way, all of you, means all of your team member, have to update this content in the Terraform code, so they all use the same backend. Okay, so
Okay,
now
so
you have a
using that bucket details, they can access the data.
so
And
that in
that's
this bucket state file will be stored actually.
okay.
Okay, so these are the topics which we have in the Terraform. But you know what? One important topics I did not cover. What if I tell you, after learning all the contents of Terraform, if I tell you you don't have to write a code, but you know what? All the code has been written already. Then you'll say, how come? Yes, you know what? All the code has been written already. Almost all the code. Except your software, the one which you are developing, probably you have to write that code. But all the code has been written in form of modules. The one just now I teach you. I taught you how to create your own module actually. How to create your own module. But you know what? All the module has been written. You see that. So I told you last session how many providers you have. So around 4,000 providers we have. But how many modules you have? So look at this. It's growing every day. When I started Terraform, I think I saw 200 modules at that time. It's been more than 5 years. Now look at this, the growth, 500 to 15,000 plus. So that means a lot of people are writing a free code for you. You have just have to locate the code and run it. For example, let's see, I want to set up the AWS VPC. VPC has route tables, subnet group, network security group, all these things. So I am not going to write a code. I'm going to use this code, which was written by someone, in this case AWS, and I'm going to use it. How? So this is the code, and you want to review the code. Here it is a GitHub location. You know what is a module, so it will be very easy for you to understand. Look at this now. This is the directory, this is the module, some help file and all. So the code you will find inside these locations. See, this is the code, main.tf, output, variables, refs. So this is the module. How do we use it? So here is example given. You can use it, and I'm going to put this code in the root module itself. So look at this here. There's a module 1 custom module, module 2 custom module, and this is a community module. Got it?
Yes, got it. Yeah.
Now this you have to change it. This is a common sense because I'm using the different region. So you have to change. Don't do blindly. Project should be there. The CIDR you can keep it, and NAT gateway I'll make it false because it will take 15-20 minutes. I don't have a patience actually. VPN gateway also make it false. So this code will create VPC, subnets, internet gateway, route tables, and few more things and so on. So now if I run plan, you must remember I have not written even a single line of code. So when you start the new module, you have to initialize actually. So in it, I have to run it one more time because I showed you custom modules also. Run this. So downloading now. Now I'll run the plan and see that I have not written the module more than 2 resources, and you see that just copy paste the code. This is the parameter to the modules, which is here. It will automatically download it, and you see that how many resources will be created. I just run the plan. Apply will take 15-20 minutes, so I'm not running it. Apply. See here, 24 resources will be added, 0 to change, 0 to destroy. So, did you see the power of Terraform now?
Yes.
So, how many modules you have? Thousands of modules. Whichever you want, come here and download it. Use it the way simply. Just put it in this code in the code and use it. So you have a module for Alibaba, AWS, Azure, and so on. You see, these all are free modules. By the way, there's a paid modules also available, but that's out of cost.